Welcome back, guys. Today is gonna be one of those days, short and sweet. What am I doing? Every time I would say that on the Via Francigena, I would end up doing a double, but I think I feel safe doing that here. Today is gonna be one of those days where I'm going from two major towns. I'm gonna be staying halfway along the way, pretty close to the coast, with very little support, but it is the first day in Spain, so we have to give a little round of applause for that. We're leaving Portugal behind. It was very nice. The 6 days that I spent there, we're halfway through the trip, entering a new stage, entering into Galicia, which I love so much. Now I can speak Spanish with everybody. I don't have to rely on Google Translate anymore, and I will be translating for my friends. So before we go into that, let's go really quickly over the whole Camino Portuguese as a whole. Here in Spain, you guys already know there's a bunch of routes here that you can do. You have the Francés del Norte, you have the Via de la Plata, and a million others that I can't get into right now. But that we're doing the Camino Portuguese. In Portugal, you can start in Faro all the way down here if you feel brave, if you want to go all the way. Originally, that was going to be my plan, but since I was doing 3 Caminos back to back, I decided let's just do a short one, just to test my legs, because I had just come out of getting over an injury that I had on my left leg. So I just wanted to walk on flat terrain for 12 days before tackling the mountains on the norte. So yes, decided to start in Porto. I got 2 options. I have the Central Camino, which is the most popular one, and there's also the coastal or the litoral, which is becoming more popular in recent times. I'm here in the border with Spain. This river divides the 2 countries. Most people, when they're doing the central one, they get to Tui. That will be the town where they cross into Galicia. Alex, our friend, our German friend that had an injury on his leg, actually after having breakfast this morning, decided to take a bus to Tui, take a rest day, and we're gonna meet up with him in Redondela. 2 days for him, 3 for us. We had a great night's sleep on the Albergue, the brand new renovated Albergue where we stay last night. So at 8 o'clock this morning, I was already outside doing my vlog, doing my thing. And the plan was to take a boat because the ferry was being repaired, renovations. And you're supposed to check out the timetables because it changes depending on the tide. In our case, we were living in a small fishing boat, so that really didn't matter. The guy was already waiting for us outside the albergue. I guess he knew that the people that were staying there needed a ride to get across. But before that, we had breakfast at a cafe here. Bunch of them anyways here in the historic center where you can get something to eat. There are ATMs, supermarkets, I mean everything that you need here, you can get it. So around 9:30, we were here at the dock. Here's where the actual ferry leaves, and we were taking the boat from this little corner here. There were how many pilgrims? Like 5 or 6 already here. So we had to do it in 2 trips. My friends left me behind. They went up ahead. It is a short ride anyways, about 5 to 10 minutes, so I had to wait a little bit just for the boat to come back. And I crossed with a Portuguese couple, the ones that I met by the windmill the day before, and I will get to see them, I guess, another day ahead, and then that was it. So we got on the boat, crossed. They were talking to the fisherman. I mentioned this on the vlog, and then they told me that the fisherman said that he didn't have a license to take people across, but not to worry about it, so I guess that's up to him. Made it here at 9:30, but the time changed, so we lost an hour. It was 10:30 already when I got off the dock, and I started walking. Ramona and Niels were waiting for me here, and this is where the first stone marker. Remember what I said yesterday about 165 kilometers to Santiago? That was yesterday, a few kilometers behind, and then on this stone marker you had the same kilometer marker right across from this church. I started actually tracking my progress around here. Sometimes I would forget and I had to trying to catch up. I also mentioned yesterday that this stage, you go uphill. I mean, it doesn't really look like much here, but if I go into like street view to this corner right here where it starts, check this out. See what I mean? You start climbing. I mean, we're not talking about a big, huge mountain that you have to go over, but it is something that you have to consider if you want to continue walking like the day before. If you want to go to Aguarda instead of staying in Caminha, you could do that. Just know that you're going to be climbing. And that's what we did. We went through this forest and made it all the way to the other side into Aguarda. This is a place where you can stay. I mean, check out all the options that you have here. You have hotels, albergues. There's even a convent that you can stay here. So it is a good option if you decide to go on. We went to the Church of Santa Marina here, 11:22 in the morning. Did not want to have anything to eat because we had just had breakfast. For us, it was 10:22. Could have been a mid-morning snack, but we decided to continue on. Left the town. Here's an inn and a hotel. This road right here that we're going to be trailing today. Today is going to be mostly on the road. I'm not going to lie. You're going on the shoulder, you have plenty of space, and every now and then you're gonna get off and on. There's very little room to maneuver here because you're pinned down to the coast and there's a mountain on this side, so this is the only path that you have. At least it's pretty much flat. Started walking here by the rocks. Check out this shot that I got with the Osmo 360. I love the fact that I can go from Google Maps down to, let's say, the drone, and then from the drone go to the Insta360 and then go to my Osmo. So those are like different cameras that I could go make my way down, kind of do like a zoom in all the way to me in the rocks here, and it just adds a little bit more like production value to my vlogs, and it's really not that complicated. We were walking by these rocks by the path, forgot to do this turn here, just decided to keep on walking, and that's where we got a little bit into trouble because the path quickly disappeared and we were walking on the rocks, which was kind of like tiring, and it was extra effort that we had to take for no other reason other than to skip the road, which we were gonna take ahead anyways. From here, decided to get a couple of drone shots of the coast. It looked pretty cool, it looked pretty nice, so in the end it was worth it. It wasn't a waste of time. But around this area right here, we just had enough. It just kept getting worse and worse, and we decided to go up and rejoin the road. This is where I decided to get a little snack. It was already 1 p.m. or noon. I usually eat around noon, been doing that all my life, so when noon comes around, I get hungry. I had a slice of bread that I got from breakfast this morning, and also an apple. From here on, we started walking next to the road. As you can see, there's a little bit of shoulder here for bikes and for walking. So you're not like walking, let's say, like on the other side that is very narrow. You have plenty of space, and we just have to push on, you know. It's one of those days, as I said. Every now and then it will take you down here through like little roads. These are like small villages, bunch of them along the way. So it takes you at least away from the road for a little bit. By the time we got here, we found this little shack, Iringuito bar, just a little shack in the middle of nowhere. It was the only place that we saw along the way. So we stopped for a beer. I had a sandwich, I believe. And we had a little break here. It was 1:10 already before moving on. Following the path, it took us through this pretty cool looking patch of trees here. Kind of look like the woods with a nice shadow on the floor. I decided to get some shots there. It was 2 p.m. already, and it didn't last for long. It was just a little bit. It was a little bit windy, but not too bad around this area. Sun was out, it wasn't really cold like days past, so it was nice for just walking. Kept pushing on back into the road here. Instead of making this detour, that the Camino does. I mean, I don't really know why. I guess it just wants you to skip just this little section of the road. Really makes not much of a difference, so we kept going. Here, yeah, we did go down. Could have just kept going straight. And yeah, making our way down to the chapel that we came across here at 3 p.m. Got some cool shots here. We couldn't actually go in, it was closed, but you could see through the window. And it was like 3 p.m. Water fountain here, and I got to see one of those tubes that they use in Spain or in Europe for the baker when they drop off the breads. You know, they put them in there instead of just leaving it outside. So that was pretty cool. That's for us, you know, that we don't have that here. So anything new out of the ordinary is more than welcome. Continue on walking down this backcountry road here. Not as busy as the main one. By the way, on the main one is where you're gonna find the hotels. There are a bunch of hotels along the way, and hotels, restaurants, you know, for the people that are passing by, they can stop and get something to eat. And we made it to this town here, Oya. Very nice village, fishing village. There's a cottage. There's a restaurant. There was a restaurant right here, 311. There were a lot of people here eating. It's a little bit of expensive, but you know, I mean, expensive when it comes to like the pilgrims budget that we're doing here, but it wasn't really too bad. Monastery was just amazing, breathtaking. The wall here, the ocean, the views. I actually flew the drone from this corner. I tend to do that, like if I want to get a shot of a place, I scope it out first, I keep walking, and then I fly back with the drone and get my shot, and then move on. Got a bunch of shots of the monastery, which by the way is private, you can't get in. You could go in here into this chapel on this side. We didn't go there, we just kept walking. By now we just wanted to get to our albergue. It was getting late, and for the next 3 hours I didn't get to film anything. We were just walking, trying to get there, pushing through. We did make it to like a gas station here where we got some refreshments. I may have gotten like a Red Bull or something just to change it up a bit. The hotel here, nice hotel with a pool if you want to stop here. A lodge across the street. These are the kind of places that you're gonna see in this stretch in between these two towns. Where, by the way, we're in between, if I zoom out here, into Bayona and Aguarda. This is the stretch that we're crossing, and then after that is Vigo. Vigo is a major city, and we're gonna get there in a couple of days. So yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So where are we right now? We're here by the gas station. See, we kept walking on the road. We didn't even decide to follow this detour, just trying to get you away from the road because we just wanted to get there. And we did around 6 p.m. This is the albergue, another albergue that was brand new or renovated. And the only downside was that the kitchen did not open until April 1st. We were in the mid to end of March, so we had no place to eat. The guy told us that 3 kilometers away, down this way here, there was a hotel restaurant where we can get something to eat, or he could arrange a car to take us to like a supermarket somewhere around here, but he only had a microwave. He didn't even have a working kitchen, so it would have been microwave food, and we didn't want to do that. So how many people were staying here? Us 3, a couple. Yeah, so 5 of us. Did laundry while taking a shower, and I hang all my clothes down back here to dry. It was very windy in the afternoon, so I thought maybe there's a chance that it was gonna dry it up. So like around, what was it, 6 o'clock, all 3 of us left walking, made our way to the restaurant all the way down here. By the way, this is another windmill, pretty cool, by this holiday park. I guess you can stay here too. Got some drone shots, I think, from this corner of the windmill. And then we made it to the hotel restaurant where we had dinner, where we got to see the sunset from this side. I guess it was Let's go down. The sunset was like right here. And also, I got to meet a guy, Shaggy, which you're gonna meet tomorrow. He has his own little shack over here full of Camino memorabilia, totems, and this is where I got my scallop shell, the one that I was gonna use from this moment on throughout all the other Caminos. After dinner, we went back. It was already dark. Made it back to the Albergue, and this is where we got a good night's sleep. And yeah, that was day 6, guys. Short day, short, sweet. A lot of walking on the road in between major towns. And tomorrow we're gonna be getting closer to Santiago. See you guys there.